In this story of Hasidic origin, we are briefly introduced to Rabbi Yaakov Yitzhak Rabinovich, who seems to have reached a great development and exercised his mastery like the great ones, giving directions full of singularities, and besides being followed by his disciples with total determination. Rabbi Simcha Bunim undertakes his task without being very clear about where he is supposed to head for. Once at the inn, an attitude emerges in his companions, which many mystics disapprove of and which has given rise to movements such as Sufism, where precepts and orthodoxy takes a second place to prevent them from interfering with the desired connection with the sacred. The Hasidim who accompanied Bunim entered into a somewhat condemnatory attitude, and therefore of superiority regarding the kosher precepts that concern the slaughter of animals that were going to be consumed. This is an attitude especially related to Enya type 1, and in some way also to the social subtype of Enya type 6. In this attitude, there are many mistakes, from the arrogance that is implicit to the neglection of the truly relevant, the contact with the immaculate, which, as we saw in the shepherd's pipe or in a piece of truth, comes to us in ways that deviate from our usual ways of functioning. On the other hand, Elijah, the prophet, who appears as an ascended master, reprimands them in a very witty way, emphasizing this idea that what lies inside is more important than what comes from outside. The content over the forms, the direct evocation of the sacred rather than empty rituals. Finally, I want to remember that where there is spirituality, there is spontaneity, intuition, naturalness. The logical and prescriptive must often be put aside in the face of a dynamic force full of wisdom.